What is up, guys? Logan here again. Welcome to another nightly watch list. Tonight is for Thursday. We have a big day tomorrow as it's the end of the week, and then we get to take the weekend off. So I'm pretty excited. I don't know about you guys, but I'm excited. Don't forget to join the Discord. We also have the premium Discord where Lena gives her call outs there, and I help out, if you guys need any one-on-one help specifically with your plays. So don't forget about that, and then make sure you hit a like on this video and a subscribe. It really helps me greatly. So let's hop right into this video today. Jobless claims held steady at 860,000 this week, and now we're at a total of 12.6 million Americans unemployed. The market reacted oddly to this news this morning. I was down a lot more this morning than I was midday or the end of the day, even though it got really slumpy around 2 p.m., right? So I was just sitting there. I'm curious to see how this kind of affects tomorrow too, because the jobless claims really didn't get that too dramatic, but SPY fell quite a bit overnight. So that's something that we should keep into mind for the next few weeks. We have a lot of people, I would say, who are filing just because they can get that extra now that they added states added. I know in Michigan they added 300 on top of whatever they already are getting. So I'm really curious to see how many people do that or how long that stays in effect. I really haven't looked into it as much for how long it's going to go, so let's keep that keep an eye on that. So Ford today took off about 4%. They talked about the electric F-150 coming out, and it'll be available in November. So let's keep an eye on Ford. Maybe we see some movement. This isn't really a stock that I like to play around with. I mean, I have my money sitting there. I really wish I would have bought Tesla a year ago instead of my Ford shares. They did pay a dividend, then they cut it. Now they have this catalyst. The stock price is higher than it's been since February now. So that's good news for Ford. And I really hope it helps the company overall. I hope we get more investors, and I would love to see Ford hit $15 a share. Currently, they're at $7.30, I think. My average cost is $8.88. So I've been in the hole with them for a minute, and it was just tough. That's what I wanted to say about Ford. Let's talk about McDonald's really quickly. So they finally had a pullback from the Travis Scott burger news after hitting stock highs yesterday. They've pulled back today. I know a lot of people were getting like 100% returns on these puts because McDonald's premiums aren't super expensive. So you can really play something. If you grab a decent expiration and just monitor your risk, McDonald's could be a great play here for maybe even more of a pullback. They really haven't come out with numbers or anything for what they were, with the Travis Scott, like how many sales did they do with it, blah, blah, blah. But I think a lot of people were expecting to hear that. So now they saw today that the stock hasn't pulled back. It finally pulled back today. So I wanted to touch on that. Tesla closed at 422 today. My target price by tomorrow is still 435 for them with battery day next week. I think if we get a rip tomorrow, Tesla's going to rip. So check them out. Keep an eye on them. I'm looking at $450 by battery day, and I bet on that day they get a ton of additional funding and maybe push even back up to 500. Who knows? The stock is just crazy all around. So I wanted to touch on them briefly because I know we have been talking about Tesla for a little bit, and wow, they shot up this week. They got all the way up to 460, I think, yesterday before close, and then they started to come down. They opened low. REITs are hitting all-time highs currently. ABR seems like the REIT sector and a lot of real estate hasn't really been impacted as much as people expected. I'm happy I grabbed my REIT shares like I did back in March and April. I mean, my positions are up like 140%, and they're my long-term ones, and I get that dividend. So it's really cool to see. Tech is still slumped, and SPY is moving with the beaten down. So it was really sideways. Tech stocks didn't really go too crazy today. I mean, we got Apple movement, but it was all sideways. Like even Nvidia was sideways. Tesla had that little bit of a shoot up, but even Microsoft, pretty sideways day, right? So I'm curious to see how these are going to move tomorrow, but I think tech is still slumped out. Maybe tomorrow is when we get our push because SPY is not breaking its support at 332, 333 area. Like it has continued to bounce off of it. I think this is the third time. So I just wanted to let you guys know that. Keep that in mind because it's just interesting to see. But tech is still slumped. It had a flat day. The only positions, I actually got stopped out of Apple today. Just my Greeks got screwed up, so I decided to hop out of it. Took a loss there, but it's okay. We'll bounce back from it. And then down here, I said, don't feel the need to trade every day. Trading every day can be bad for your mental. Revenge trading and getting emotional can damage your trading success by a lot. Once you lose a lot, you feel the need to make a lot to make yourself feel better in the moment. And I totally understand that. Take a breather, call your parents, call your friends, reset for the next day, or even wait till next week. Like, your health is the most important. I've had a lot of people messaging me saying they feel bad because they've lost thousands or even hundreds. I've lost money too. As you guys know, I'm very open to how much I lose. I'm down like $4,000 from where I was 2 or 3 weeks ago. And yeah, it hurts. I'm hurting with it, trading. I even got stopped out of Apple today. So I got to tally that onto it. But it hurts, but you got to realize that your health at the end of the day, and you have to realize that when you invest, it's money that you're willing to lose. But our goal is to make more, right? But I just want you guys to know, like, it's totally normal. Everybody I know lost money. I don't know a single person who didn't throughout the little pullback that we had. The market was extremely overextended. September is notoriously the worst month for the stock market. So let's just get through it. We'll reset in October, and we have elections coming up. So seriously, take care of your health more than anything. Call your friends. Spend time with people that you haven't seen in a minute, and it will refresh your mind. You will start to see clearer instead of just waking up to watch the market all day. I truly mean that. I truly, truly mean that. So that's my little watch list for tomorrow. And I just want to touch briefly on what happened today. But yeah, I'm still holding my Intel. That's what I got going on right now. So let's get right into Think or Swim. All right, so here's the SPY chart for the last 5 days. This is the 5-minute candle. But like I said, here's SPY. Support, 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 support. It has struggled to fall below 332.80 from what I see right here. Of course it did. The low for SPY was on last Friday. Some people think we're setting up for that trend again. I honestly think we might test some resistance tomorrow. I'm excited for next week. Tesla's got battery day, like I said, even though they're not included in the S&P 500. I think we could see a big liftoff. We had such a good rally during Power Hour. So I'm excited to see what we have in store for tomorrow. But just like, yesterday we had that same rally, and then boom, it sold off overnight. So keep that in mind. But that's the SPY chart that we're looking at. Here's the McDonald's charts. We had a little breakout here. This is the 4-hour, 180-day chart. They have a couple ascending triangle patterns that I have going. Just chilling on the charts. So I'm really curious to see how they react throughout the rest of this week. With McDonald's, I guess they're up a lot after hours. So I guess they're already back up to 225 after basically selling off all day and since yesterday afternoon. So that's another thing to be careful with and what we're watching. Their all-time high is 226. They just hit it. They may retest it. We might get some sort of pattern and maybe retest the resistance again. So we'll kind of see if this has more of a gap to fill throughout the week. I've been considering playing McDonald's. I know Trading Fraternity is. And I'm really curious to see how his moves have been going, especially after a day like today where the puts seem to take over. Maybe he secured profits. The little I'm loving it right here. That's pretty funny. So there's McDonald's, and then we'll check out Tesla going into Friday. That was a super green candle where they retested 440. There seems to be some sort of, line right here that they don't want to cross. But they are Tesla. They're crazy, right? Tomorrow we could see them back up here. We could see them back down. So I'm curious to see how Tesla moves tomorrow too. And I'm thinking we have a gap to fill. Like I said, my target price is 435, right around here. This is where they seem to be testing some resistance. And that was kind of my target price since the beginning of the week. So I'm really curious to see what they do tomorrow. But I will be watching them. We have battery day, and I would love to play them around battery day. I think it would be a blast, even if we just day traded something. I just think it'd be a blast to play Tesla around then. So We got to keep an eye out for battery day. So that's my watch list for tomorrow. I want you guys to kind of take this, do whatever you want with it. Feel free to look into these stocks. But my watch lists have been doing pretty well the last couple of days. So I hope I can keep this streak up. I'm very happy with it. But I appreciate you guys for sticking through all the Discord issues that we've been having and everything like that. So it really means a lot to me that you're part of the community. I'm really happy that I'm helping you guys out. It truly, truly means the world to me. So that's what I'm kind of watching for tomorrow, like I said. And make sure you keep your mental health in check through all this trading. I know it can get crazy. It can get, it can become so much. But I think it's worth it. We will get through this together. But this has been all for me today. I hope you guys have a good luck trading tomorrow, and let's get back into it. So I'm really excited. Thank you guys so much for being here. I will see you guys next time.